coming to you live from New York City. I'm so excited for what we have in store for you today. As you can see, we are at a brand new set, of course, right here in New York City. We promised you that we're going to bring the show to you live. And that's exactly what we are doing now, coming to you live, of course, from 3 till 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So from wherever you are around the world, it might be good morning, it might be good afternoon, or it might be good evening. Of course, thank you so much once again for tuning in. I am your darling Vuyo Joboda, and I'm super excited once again for today's show because we have a very special guest. I thought she's coming from LA, but no. She's coming and joining us all the way from Texas, ladies and gents. She is such an incredible guest, and we're going to be unpacking so much on today's episode. So I hope that you're ready to receive. Get your notebooks and your pens to jot these notes down. And of course, don't forget to follow us on social media. We are at the Vuyo Joboda Show. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions, and what, of course, you are learning and gaining from this episode today. Are you all ready? Because I definitely am. I'm dressed in black because my guest today is also dressed in black and white. So we're matching up a little bit, right? And you're probably wondering, Vuyo, just bring her on already. Who are you talking about? So please sit back, relax, and of course, enjoy the next couple of minutes with me with Chief Empowerment Officer. Of course, she has a 15-year career as a business executive, and she has, cemented herself as a servant leader who is a sought-after speaker across the country and, of course, in different parts of the world. She is a host of the Power Up with Manal. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, put your hands together. Let me roll out the red carpet as we welcome onto the show the one and only Manal. Gents, once again, from wherever you are joining us from around the world, thank you so much. You are watching the Vuyo Joboda Show. We're coming to you live from New York City. The city that never sleeps, that's what they say. I don't know if you've been outside at like 2 a.m.
It's like so bustling. I love it. That's the energy, right?
There's people all over the place doing everything you can imagine.
Yes.
But that's why we love the city so much, right? Now, Manal, we did say before the ad break that you have taken over the podcasting industry by storm with the Power Up with Manal podcast. What is your vision for this podcast? What did you kind of think of and as you were conceptualizing it and putting it together, what was happening and what are you hoping to achieve with it?
Thank you. So I do have a podcast called Power Up with Manal, and it's interesting when I was thinking about what I need to do or why I wanted to start a podcast. I think it started with my journey. I really had this limiting belief that you had to go down a certain path to have success. Mm-hmm. And I think I was sort of beating myself down too, like, oh my gosh, I didn't accomplish this by this time, and now I can't do this, and I want to start a business, and like all these limiting beliefs that were always there in my subconscious state. And I realized when I started, just naturally when I talk to people and I hear their journeys and they're not what you would expect.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? More people need to hear real life journeys and stories, and those who did not follow textbook, right? Mm-hmm. What led them to success. And I had this strong desire to want to be on a platform where I can bring those stories to life. I wanted to bring real stories. Don't hide it. I know it's not always, rosy, right? What are the challenges? What are the adversities? How are you resilient through them? What does success look like and mean for different people and individuals? Because I think when that reality is heard, right, then there's a different level of, I think, resignation, or it resonates differently with people, right?
Yes.
That, maybe I can do it. My journey's not, standard for what society feels is standard.
Yeah.
How can I break free? Is it too late for me in life? Yes, no, right? So I think hearing those stories, these no reservation, unfiltered stories really helps, I think, motivate people of all walks of life. And I wanted to bring that to life.
Yeah.
That was sort of my dream and my passion. And so that's how Power Up with Manal came to be, because I wanted it focused on, sure, like the things I knew, which was workplaces and businesses and industries, but I wanted it to be focused on the things we don't couple with that, which is mindset mastery and evolving your thoughts and growing as individuals and leaders and challenging the way we, think that things should be. And that was sort of the vision, and that's how I sort of thought about it in my head. And then I also realized in today's digital world, just focusing on the things that, you can control, you can't really do anything. And you don't have to start big bang.
Mm-hmm.
Just start.
Just start.
It takes a, less than $20 a month subscription to any studio. There's multiple studios out there.
Yeah.
It starts with having an editing software that you can even have on your phone and edit anything you want. Like, it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think as a self-proclaimed overachiever and perfectionist, I think it was really nice because it taught me that you just have to start. Start somewhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be what you think in your mind is an A+ product. Go out there with your minimal viable product, your MVP, get out there, get your name out there. You're selling stories and journeys and yourself and your personality. Like, put it out there. And put on a cute shirt. Bring on some good people.
And get it done.
Bring out stories. And then from there, grow and expand and get a studio and do all the things. But I think it taught me just start.
Yeah, just start where you are with what you have. And if you haven't seen the podcast, go check it out. Like, you do the most funnest and most exciting intros to your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
And you give us the power.
I try to give the power. You got the power.
Yay! The Power Up with Manal. I absolutely love it. I've encountered your podcast and I've listened, and it's been such one of those podcasts that you get energy, but you get inspiration.
That's great. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so, well, you have to come onto the podcast now and be a guest. Yes.
And what would you say has been the vast difference from you, right? Being in the podcasting space, being in the academic space, being in the business and financial space. How is podcasting different from those other sectors that you're in?
I feel like the biggest difference is there are no rules. Okay. I make my own rules. I make my own timeline. I can talk about anything I want. I'm pretty sure there were a couple episodes that had to put warning signals because there was like cussing on the show. But like when you're in the flow, I guess it just happens. And so I think just that there are no rules, and I can create and make it and mold it into the project that I want it to be. And sometimes maybe it didn't mold the way I wanted to. And I think the biggest lesson I'm learning there is that it's okay. It's okay. If it wasn't the best that I thought it could be, that's okay. And it's helping me because there are a lot of people out there, a lot of perfectionists and overachievers, and they'll listen to something over and over and over, and they're like, I can't get it out there because it's not perfect. And I am teaching myself that it's okay. And I think that is the biggest difference. And also, I think it's helping me grow because I'm more relaxed. I'm okay if things aren't perfect. And don't get me wrong, there are moments when things weren't great, and I was like, oh my God, this is such a mess. And I'm like, what's wrong? It's my thing.
Yeah.
Who cares? That'd be a mess. You know what? I'm going to show the world the mess. Because now, as a leader, I'm going to show people that it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to be in your emotions. It's okay to cry. Like, these are things that a lot of individuals, as they are in certain fields and they're leaders and they're influential, like, we almost like hide, right? And then we work more because we avoid all these feelings.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's bring it all out.
Let's bring all the power out.
Bring it on. Let's power up and bring it up and grow together.
Now everyone's watching and they're like, okay, I want to find this podcast. I want to listen to this podcast. Let me know where to find it and where it is. So please do share that information with us.
So it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google. Put in Power Up, one word, Power Up with Manal, and it'll pop up. If you put it Power Up with Manal Market Scale, it pulls up on a website. I now have a YouTube podcast page. So YouTube, when you go to YouTube, you go to podcast and the search button, put Power Up with Manal, and the podcast episodes will be there as well. So that's sort of where all it resides. And soon to be, I have a umbrella coming out called PowerUp.ai. That is my new company, and the website launches in 2 weeks. So. And that'll have my podcast, blogs. I'm going to be starting an academy for young adults focused on mindset mastery, financial acumen, and business or entrepreneurship readiness. And so I'm so excited. That's sort of all coming together. It all started with, just starting a simple podcast on my laptop.
Yeah.
With a $10 mic from Amazon. And a $20 HD camera that I just popped onto that webcam. And now this is all unfolding into different paths. So
that's it. So that's it. That I'm hoping, as I said, notebook and a pen, and you're jotting these notes down because that's the notes to take.
Just
right?
start.
It started with just a podcast, but now it's growing.
It's growing.
Avenues as well. So I am here for that. So go check it out. The Power Up with Manal. I did say that we're gonna play a bit of a game.
Okay, yeah, let's play a game. I'm all about playing games.
I hope you're ready for that.
And if I'm not, you know what did we learn today? It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
This game is called How Well Do You Know It? Let's go. Alright, so Manal, I am here to test your knowledge on 2 industries, business and podcasting.
Okay.
So we've got a quiz, and this, as soon as you know the answer, I want you to shout it out.
Okay.
Alright. So the first industry we're going to be tackling is business and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And the first question, of course, is true or false.
Okay.
So it's either true or it's either false. Question number 1. As an entrepreneur, social capital refers to the human connections that you make. Is this true or false?
True.
True, that's correct. Question number 2. When growth slows down and sales are steady, then a business has entered its maturity phase. Is this true or false?
When sales are steady, that is true.
Yes, that's correct. So the steadiness is you being matured in it, right? That's right. Question number 3, true or false? You must choose between using digital or traditional marketing channels for your business. Is this true or false?
You have to choose one or the other?
Yes, is it true that you only have to choose between digital and... That's
false.
right.
You can do both. Baby, do both.
So 3 points to Manal. That's fine. You're doing well. All right. Question number 4. Which of the following is not a legitimate way of bringing a new business idea to market?
Okay.
Which of these is not a legitimate way of bringing a new business idea to market? 1, a startup. 2, a business plan. 3, a franchise. 4, a buyout. Or 5, a buy-in. Which one is not a legitimate way of bringing a new business idea to the market? It's a tricky one.
Buyout.
No! So it's a business plan, and I'll explain how.
Oh, I feel like, I guess technically that's not a way to bring an idea. That's what you do after you have an idea. Okay, you got me there. I need some coffee and lunch.
So while a business plan is an essential tool for outlining the goals, but it's not a way to directly bring it to the market. So I hope you're learning a thing or two there as well. Now, the last one from the business segment of the quiz is someone who is legally appointed to sell off the assets of a bankrupt firm is called 1, a liquidator, 2, an auctioneer, 3, a terminator, 4, management consultant, or 5, a lawyer.
Lawyer.
No.
Management consultant? I don't know what's the term. Who is this?
It's a liquidator.
Oh, okay, liquidator. Okay, I didn't know that. So
yes. So that's someone who is appointed to sell off assets of a bankrupt firm. Again, right? We're learning something new today. So that's so you got 3 out of 4.
Okay, not bad. Not good enough, but not bad. These are technical terms, Those are textbook terms.
So that's from the business side of the quiz. All right. So it's
I
out
don't
of
think I'm
10.
going to do good in the podcasting because I just wing it.
It's out of 10. So this is the next 5. All right. Ooh, let's see. The term pod safe
Okay.
music means 1, contains no foul language. 2, any work which through its licensing allows its usage. Or 3, audio that contains no malware.
I would say 3.
No.
I don't know actually.
So when it's a pod safe, it's number 2. That's when the licensing is all safe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know the technical term.
Yeah, so that's pod safe. Number 2. In what year did the first portable MP3 player appear?
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, I have to
Number 1,
answer this?
I have 3 options for you. Option 1, the year 2000, 1998, or 1999.
Oh, that's too close. That's a portable MP3.
Yes.
MP3.
99, 98, or 2000?
2000?
Close. 99.
Yeah, I was trying to think like Walkman to MP3. When did that happen? I was somewhere between high school and college.
I'll give it to you. So 1 point from the podcasting segment
Oh my
of
God,
the
has it
quiz.
been that long? Oh, wow.
The next one is, who was the first US president to podcast?
Oh, I don't know this.
Option 1, Bill Clinton. Option 2, George W. Bush. Or option 3, Barack Obama.
I feel Obama.
No, I know, that would have been the obvious choice, but it's not him. It's actually George W. Bush.
George Bush has a podcast?
Yes, podcast.
I don't know this.
Yes.
Oh,
The
wow.
first president to podcast, the first US president to podcast.
I feel like Obama seems like he's podcasty.
He's podcasty.
Because he's a lecturer.
I
He
know.
loves to,
And
But
he's
okay,
been on podcasts.
Good
as
to
well.
know. Good to know. Wow. We're all learning together.
We're all learning together, and this is the last one. So you have 1 point. Hopefully you'll get this one.
Okay.
All right. From this part of the segment. So what company invented the MP3 technology? The first one, Fraunhofer Kesselhaft. My German friends.
That's all one?
My German friends.
That's
are
all
killing
one
me.
name?
Yes. Or Apple, which is much more easier than to say, or Google.
I don't feel like it's Apple or Google.
So it's the German one, right?
I feel like it's a German.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like Apple and Google capitalized on it.
Capitalized on it.
But I don't feel like they were the inventors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would say that Apple was one who kind of escalated it even beyond.
Yeah, they did the product and the marketing and gave people value proposition.
Yes.
Right? That's another lesson. You don't have to invent it. Just go do it better.
Just go
market it better.
So you've got what, 7?
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, not bad. So give yourself a round of applause. I'm a Oh man, no, you did so well for this quiz. Normally, let me tell you.
Technical term, but you know what? That's what we're all learning. It's all about everything's okay.
Yeah.
Learn together, grow together, be together. Like that is what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Thank you, Manal, for answering that quiz. Now, we're going to wrap it up real soon. And I just really would love for you to leave some final words. I know you're an acclaimed speaker and you've touched and impacted so many people's lives. And if someone's watching at home, how would you kind of go about impacting and giving them words to impact their life today?
Yes, thank you. So I feel like we too often in life are so focused on the outside noise. What others will say, what is acceptance like in the ecosystem that you're in, right? What is perceived to be your success. And I would say that we don't enough listen to our own silence. Introspectively, there's only one person who knows the thoughts in your head, and that is yourself. When you look in the mirror, the only person that knows the truest form of yourself is you, because nobody can hear your thoughts, not a single soul. And every action that you take, you are the only one that knows the true intention of that action. The only soul. So I would say, since you're the only person that knows that, be true to yourself, tap into your inner soul and really understand, what are you doing? How are you doing it? Do you need to change? Do you need to get better? Should you be kinder to yourself? Is it okay? We don't do that enough. We are not kind to ourselves. We don't applaud ourselves enough. We don't reflect enough to say, my gosh, I have done a lot. I have done a lot, right? And we don't do that. We're continuously moving on to the next. So I would say that is my biggest lesson that I want to give to others is stop looking for that external validation and start internalizing and give yourself the true introspective glow up that you deserve.
Yeah. And you deserve all the amazing things as well. Thank you for sharing that with us. Manal Ken, ladies and gents, and I told you we're going to have a good episode today, and that's exactly what she gave us. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. And thank you for finding me in this world. Thank you.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it right here on the Vuyo Joboda Show. Coming to you live from New York City. And that's how we wrap up the first live installment of the show. Couple of technical difficulties here and there, but listen, as Manal said, we move forward. We move ahead.
And as Denzel Washington says, you fall forward.
You fall forward, that's right. So I'm hoping that you're going to join us once again back on the show with us on Monday afternoon from 3 till 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So, of course, wherever you are around the world, make sure to check what time zone it is for your country. I am your darling Vuyo Joboda, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. From me and Manal, it's goodbye and have a fantastic day. Cheers for now.
Cheers.